FIFA 16, yeah! Now we are back for part 2, Paris Saint-Germain, Career Mode, Season 1. Now, recap. We done the American Challenge Cup, we got straight to the final, and we lost 1-0 to FC Bayern. It was a nice good cup run, the board are not upset with me, and I did manage to conjure up some additional funding. We have just won the Trophy Champion against Olympic Lyonnais, and we are now about to read an email. We're going to go through the squad report, seeing how everyone's growth is doing. We've still got 1 month left of the transfer window. Only a couple of players have been sold, but let's talk through all of this as we play. So, first things first, we'll look through the email. And I managed to come up with the idea of setting an alarm of 14 minutes and 30 seconds. So when the alarm activates, I will stop the recording, and it gives it a rough 15-16 minutes per video. So you're not sitting there for an hour and a half watching each episode. I mean, it's far too long, it's too much for computer to process, I guess, and it's still even processing now on my computer. I didn't realise it was going to take an hour and a half for my first episode, but there's a lot of YouTubers out there who do videos for their first episode on a playlist for an hour and a half. So fuck it, basically. So our tournament prize money for winning the Trophy Champion is $432,000. That is nice. That will be welcome into my budget. So let's have a look at the news. Have we got any breaking news at the moment? Okay. Dimo Sparkles, Danny Burns. No, nothing really. Let's have a look at transfer news. There was a time I used to look at the transfer news every day just to monitor who's going where. Oh, look at that. Trophy Champion, player of the competition was Ibrahimovic. It was only one game, so whatever. Okay. Enough of the news, a bit boring. Now, let's have a look. Latest deals, eh? Well, top deals. Lloris going to Milan, 37,500,000. Gonalons going from Lyonnais to Valencia, 30.5, and Masaccio going from Valencia, not Valencia, Villarreal, I think. I can't recall that logo. To Newcastle for 28.5 million. Okay, moving on. We have our first team squad right in front of you. Feast your eyes on them. Looking at the squad report. Goalkeepers first. Salvatore Sirigu. He's only got 1 game this season. Pretty good. Clean sheet. Quite happy with that, but no growth. Kevin Trapp. Recently joined from Frankfurt. 32.5. A welcome addition to the squad. 5 games, but no growth. Ariola, he's on loan at the moment. He is growing in stamina and strength, so that's nice to know that Villarreal CF are taking good care of him. Aurea, agility and sprint speed. It's nice to know that he is growing. Georgian, been loan listed, is growing. Van der Wiel, no growth, I'm afraid. Ikoko, RC Lens. Look at that. He is the first player to have an overall notched up by 1. 67 overall. That is fantastic news. He is growing marvellously. There's Silva, leader of red, captain of our squads. No growth. Louise, no growth. Marquinhos has grown, second player by 1. He's 82 overall, an exciting prospect. How long am I going to keep him in the second team? We do not know, but of course when Silva retires, Marquinhos will definitely be a welcome addition into the first team. There are going to be times where Luis or Silva go to international duty, so the likes of Marquinhos play the acting centre-back in the first squad. But it's nice to know that he's growing. It's very nice. Kimpembe, overall stats gone up by 1. That's very nice as well. He's also been loan listed. He did get an injury this season for 5 weeks. He broke his, I can't even pronounce it, metatarsal. I don't even know what it is. I haven't even done the research. Welcome, Nicolas Soulé. Recently arrived from 1899 Hoffenheim for $20 million. He hasn't been able to play a match yet, but he is already growing, which is nice to know. Kazawa recently arrived from AS Monaco. He's proven to be in excellent form, as you can see, and his morale is happy and he is growing. Sabali has already grown in overall of 72. That is very nice indeed. Digne on loan at Roma. He is growing. Matuidi, good and happy. Unlucky he is not growing at the moment. Stambouli recently arrived from Spurs for 11.5. Is unfortunately not growing at the moment. Mota, who agreed to the contract we offered to him. He is an additional asset and captain for the second squad. He's got roughly about 3 seasons left in him. I would like to think of him as valuable, you know, not the most important player. Bambok, he is off to SD Huesca, and he has already grown in overall stats, growing nicely. Habran has already grown 2 more, and then he is qualified to join the second squad in Paris Saint-Germain. Online at the moment, Stade Levallois, and he's doing marvellous. Verratti received an offer from Arsenal, but I said hell no. In the European competition, he did get a red card, he had a 2-match ban, but I do not think that applies to any other competitions. But then I could see on the suspension status that he has a 1-match ban, so he may be excluded from the first game of the league. But with that said in mind, he managed to play in the Trophy Champion game, so I don't really understand what's going to happen then. Maybe we need to wait for a European competition, perhaps, but he is growing. Pastore has that special something, but there is no growth, unfortunately. Caligari is loan listed, but he is growing. It's nice to know. Poor form from Rabiot, but showing great potential. He's only managed to fit in 1 game. He is a member of our second squad, and I do plan to keep him for the future. Pereira de Sá, I do believe from memory he's been loaned out to Nimes Olympique. Hello, my darling girlfriend. You certainly did. And you are going to be broadcasted on my YouTube channel. Lucky for you, it's unlisted, so it's all private. Go on, show your beautiful face. Look, she's going on all 4s now, like Tom Clancy style, avoiding the camera.
You're doing
Of course, let's carry on. Growth has been obtained in Pereira de Sá. Traore, growing, and contract expires in 11 months. I believe I've placed him on loan. Let's just make sure to confirm that. Yes, he is loan listed. Angel Di Maria recently arrived from Manchester United for $51 million. He's had 1 game, extraordinary game. I believe he did score in that match. And you can see there on the goals section, 1 for the Trophy Champion. Very good. Lucas, okay, and content morale, has that special something, but no growth, unfortunately. But then again, he hasn't had no games. Then we've got Augustine, good and happy, loan listed, no growth. Ibrahimovic, excellent form, not very happy just yet, but he is a leader of men. I might need to invest in him becoming a captain at some point, maybe, if Silva is off on international duty. It should have been Ibrahimovic as the leading man for Paris Saint-Germain. No growth, unfortunately, but at 33 years old, I don't expect him to grow drastically. It'll be nice to see his overall become 90, but I believe that's going to be just about it. Cavani, okay form and content morale, but no growth. Mbolo, another signing this season during the summer transfer window, coming from FC Basel for $15 million. No growth, unfortunately. And this man, future PSG, he's been sent out to AS Saint Etienne. I can't pronounce it. He's on loan there at the moment. He's progressed +1 in overall stat. Not growing in his attributes though, but it's very interesting to see how he fares in this season, considering he belongs to us. Lavezzi, 11 months left on his contract, 30 years old. He is growing though, so that's nice to know. And Gender, we did send him out to FC Bayern. I hope he does get game time. I should have had a look to see if Gender was playing in that last game, but unfortunately we're just going to have to go back in previous videos to see whether he did play or not. But he did get 3 games in the American Challenge Cup. So, is there any growth? Yes. Hello. You can talk, it's fine.
Are you hungry?
I am hungry.
I'll start dinner.
Yes, please. What we having again?
Right.
Oh, fantastic, I'm looking forward to it. Right. Sirigu. You shut up. No growth, unfortunately. And I believe that is it. That is all she wrote. So there you have it, our squad report. Now, moving on from the squad report, we're going into our transfers and we're going to show you the transfer negotiations. Now, successful transfers, we do have, as we've already mentioned, Desar is on 1-year loan, on Gender 1-year loan, and Duchess has been purchased from Stade Rennais for $2.5 million. Mbolo joined, Stambouli and Sule have joined the club, along with Kazawa, Trapp and Di Maria, obviously from real life events. Di Maria, Trapp, Kazawa, Stambouli were transferred to Paris Saint-Germain, so obviously they became defaulted into the Paris Saint-Germain club. But me and myself have signed Mbolo for a whopping $15 million, considering his estimated worth of 7.5. But he's got so much potential. I'm so looking forward to seeing what he can do in this club. Another defender who's got so much potential. I paid a nice whopping $20 million for him. And excuse my pen, it's all over the place at the moment. His worth is 13, but I'm still happy with that signing. Maxwell's gone to Manchester City. I did manage to get them to buy him for his worth. I do hope he does well, and in real time, real life events, goodbye did go to Crystal Palace. I had nothing to do with that transfer. If it was up to me, I probably would have kept him, but then again, he never really shined brightly for me in my previous career mode of FIFA 15 for Paris Saint-Germain, which I did manage to accomplish for the 15 season shebang. Now, unsuccessful, we see here Arsenal tried to buy Matuidi, Manchester United tried to buy Verratti, Arsenal's tried to buy Pastore, and AS Monaco tried to buy Lucas. All 4 I totally declined. They are all 4 very valuable members of my team. And in the meantime, we are still yet to loan out for a year Traore, Kimpembe, Georgian, Caligari, Augustine, and that is it. That is all she wrote. In the meantime, let's evaluate exactly what we need from our squad. Sirigu and Trapp, we're good for goalkeepers. In defence, we've got Luiz and Silva first team, Marquinhos and Sule in second team. Left back, Kazawa first, Sabali second. Right back, Aurea first, and Van der Wiel second. In the midfield, on centre defensive midfield, we have Matuidi, I do believe, in first team, and Motta in second team. centre midfield, we have first team is Pastore as well as Verratti. Second team is Rabiot and Stambouli. As you noticed, Stambouli is a centre defensive midfielder, but he can play in centre midfield role, so that's absolutely fine. Moving on, Di Maria is a cam, but he's my first team right winger, and eventually I'm going to invest in a proper right winger and bring Di Maria down to the cam role or the centre midfield, as he can play there as well as. But alongside Di Maria is in the left wing. Oh, we do have the 14-minute and 30 seconds marks. So without further ado, we are going to stop and move on, and I'll see you into the third part of the Paris Saint-Germain career mode. So we didn't actually get a lot done then, and time does fly by fast. But you know, without further ado, we're going to continue with the squad sorting, so to speak, and I shall see you in the third part. See you soon, guys, and peace!